And hey folks, welcome to the SIG-Testing meeting. We have a couple late items to the agenda. Yeah, as usual, if there's anybody new or hasn't been here in a while who wants to unmute and introduce themselves, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and get started.
Well, I guess I can introduce myself. I'm Lizard. I've been doing some work on the SIG network, meetings, Ingress Nginx as well, but I saw there's some work to do as well on SIG testing, and I'm trying to get more involved in here.
Sounds good. Welcome. If you have any questions, feel free to, we can either take them up as an agenda item if anybody wants to answer now, or I think asking in the Slack is also a good way to get some more broad input. Cool. Okay. With that, Patrick, I think go ahead and take it away for the first thing.
Yeah. Do you want me to present for me email, or can you share?
I can share, yeah.
Okay. So this is a Google Doc that I actually created, I think, a few weeks back, and then it kind of lingered because I wanted to get feedback before I send it out. It's kind of on behalf of SIG-Testing. It covers a variety of topics around what people should be doing in the CI jobs and that they might not be aware of, that they should be doing it. The main one is the transition to use Ginkgo labels to decide which tests run in a job. That is an ongoing effort. We have laid the foundation with the Ginkgo updates a while back. We've started some work in our E2E framework to support that. All of that is ready. The latest change, and that also has been done, is that Test 2 also supports the label filter. So from our side, SIG-Testing, everything is ready to use these label filters, but we now need to get the other 6 on board and change their jobs. That's the call to action at the top of this email. Because we are not changing the jobs for other SIGs. They need to do that themselves. They need to be careful about code coverage, test coverage. And this email is a reminder also for that it's for feature owners that they need to think about that and not just assume that SIG-Testing magically does it for them. It continues then further down with a few things that I noticed when I, as a feature owner for DRA, updated some jobs. The question came up whether jobs should be forked for a release. And I think the consensus is that if a job is release informing or release blocking even, that it should be forked. And then again, this is something that the SIGs need to prepare for. It's not the default. And the result, I think, speaks for itself. Of the 27 jobs that are released informing for master, only 6 were set up to be forked. So we get a drastically reduced code coverage for the release branches, which is kind of okay because we are very conservative about what we backport, but it can't be ruled out that we cause regressions and that if we don't run the tests, we don't notice. That's one point. Then a public service announcement about periodic jobs and how to make them run more efficient. All of that is covered mostly by the links that I'm giving in the email. And then at the very bottom, I think there is another thing that Ben has also been thinking about is how to configure jobs so that they run well on our current machines that we have in the cluster. And that may change again, but people should be at least be aware. So I'm calling it out again as a last point at the bottom. I see that Ben is not here today. I know that he's probably still trying to recover. Question to the audience here: should I just send it out as it is right now, or should we wait further? I think it's ready. And it's also mostly me speaking. So if I made a mistake, it's me and not the SIG.
I guess my only nitpick really would be just to break this up a little bit with like if there's some calls to action that should be highlighted, since this is I'm just always worried people will not see everything that is most relevant to them, even though I think this contains a lot of good details, so that's just me. I'm also wondering, is there like, since this kind of calls out here, are there things that like we should be adding from SIG testing or something to make folks moving over to this easier, even if that still needs to be handled within the SIG, or are the examples outlined like good enough for that?
I think it's all there.
Oh,
I can't
cool.
think of anything that we as a SIG testing can do better. Your point about formatting is taken. I usually send out text-only emails, but I can also put that into Google Docs and make it online and make it nicer to use basically HTML formatting to call out certain things. I might as well just do it in the Google Doc and just copy the doc over.
Yeah, it's not a huge deal. I just know that like sometimes there's going to be an important thing skipped in here.
And I think Antonio already looked at it. He had a few comments and I addressed those. Ben is the one that hasn't commented yet. So I think Arnaud just said on Slack that we should wait for Ben. In that case, I need to ping him and see whether I can get a comment. Yeah, I'll do that. I was hoping that he would be in the meeting, but yeah, that's fine. Arnaud?
Yeah.
Yeah, I linked a cap that was started last year to basically deprecate QBUP SH and some extent replace that with KOps. So I feel like this is an effort we also want to pursue to modernize maintenance of the CI. So I don't know if we can include that in your proposal.
Yeah, if
And-
you can write if you think that there should be another section at the bottom where it talks about that and links to further information, we can certainly include that.
Okay, I will put the link of the cap because I think,
Yeah,
I think the cap was under review, but was like lacking support from the SIG
just-
testing lead.
You can suggest an edit where you just add the text that goes with that link and
Okay.
yeah, because I know that this cap exists. I know about cops, but I don't know what to write about it.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Any other comments that folks have on this before we go on? All right, looks good. Thanks, Patrick. This looks good. Let me go ahead. Stop sharing. Okay. I think other than that, unless somebody wants to add stuff to the agenda now, go for it. I just have a couple of like quick administrative updates for SIG testing stuff. So the first one is just 2024 report. Dropped the ball, or sorry, I dropped the ball a little bit on like making sure that this was done earlier, but the draft was sent out and approved and submitted now. But I didn't do a great job of soliciting feedback from the rest of SIG testing. So I just want to call out if there's anything that looks like it's missing, if there's work that has been done in 2024 but isn't really called out here, and you want to call it out, please let me know and I'll ask about editing the currently submitted report to include that to make sure that we have it covered. Other than that, go ahead and take a look if you need to. The other update is just a small one for noting that we typically record the meetings for posterity. They get uploaded to the Kate's YouTube channel. We were not doing that for a bit through like the last half of last year for the SIG testing recordings, but those are now uploaded correctly and should be appearing on the YouTube channel now. So if you've been missing the recordings, go ahead and check them out now. If they are still missing, please let me know and I'll see about fixing that, but I think they should be working now. Yeah, that's it on my end. Is there anything else folks want to discuss, or should we call it early and give everyone time back? Call adjourned. Thanks, everyone. See you around in the Slack and elsewhere.
Thanks.